Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
Good Monday morning. I'm Brian Sanders. Here's the latest from Denver 7. This morning, we're monitoring the conditions in the high country as avalanche danger remains high today. The latest avalanche risk map here has 2 areas of the mountains in the high risk category, the others still in the considerable risk category. Over the weekend, CDOT performed avalanche mitigation work, triggering controlled avalanches with explosives. The powerful avalanches took out trees as the snow raced downhill at speeds up to 110 miles an hour. The Colorado Avalanche Information Center says within the past 9 days there have been more than 500 avalanches across the state. 12 of them have blocked off drivers, covering roadways with feet of snow and debris.
Avalanche forecasters have described this as historic and unprecedented. And many of the slide paths that we're seeing are ones that have not been active before or in a very long time. With that said, Mother Nature is flexing her muscle right now. So drivers in mountain areas, need to be prepared and should take extra precautions to, be aware and be safe.
Speaking of which, in southern Colorado, Highway 550 is closed at Red Mountain Pass because of nearly 6 feet of snow on the roadway there. CDOT expects that stretch of highway will remain closed all week long. Denver 7 meteorologist Lisa Hidalgo here now with your forecast.
And we're going to see more heavy snow in spots, especially here in the next 24 hours across southwestern Colorado. It's pretty quiet right now there at Loveland Ski Area, although we are under a mostly cloudy sky and some light snow is going to be possible there in the northern and central mountains along I-70. Here in town this afternoon, there is going to be a chance for a few spotty showers, so we could see a little rain later today. Temperature-wise, though, upper 40s to near 50 this afternoon. It's going to be pretty mild. Overnight tonight, more snow, especially down across the southwestern mountains in through the San Juans. We could get over a foot of fresh snow here between now and tomorrow night. Early Tuesday morning, tomorrow will start off again near freezing, and then it's pretty warm. Highs right around 60 degrees in Denver tomorrow on Tuesday. Look at Tuesday night, though. That's when the winds are going to start to shift. Colder air will settle in. We'll get rain developing Tuesday night. That's going to turn over to snow on Wednesday, and parts of northeastern Colorado could see some really heavy snow and blizzard-like conditions on Wednesday. So we've got a pretty good storm rolling into the state for midweek. Now, as you look at the temperatures, we're going to go from 58 near 60 tomorrow to 30s on Wednesday and Thursday. Lingering snow in through Thursday morning, and then it does get warmer and drier for the weekend. But we have issued 2 first alert action days this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Hopefully, Brian, though, this all clears out. A lot of people leaving this weekend for spring break.
Thank you, Lisa. In our Colorado today, the space industry is really taking off. In fact, with more than 55,000 workers statewide, Colorado now ranks only behind California in employment in that industry. Today, our state lawmakers will get some insight into how Colorado's space industry is trying to lead the charge nationwide. Nicole Brady has the story.
This is a chance to educate state lawmakers about the importance of aerospace to Colorado's economy as well as everyday life. I mean, even things like GPS are a product of aerospace engineering. But the impact here in Colorado is huge. 500 space-related companies, more than 27,000 Coloradans working in the private aerospace sector, and another 28,000 in the military sector. The event today isn't just for lawmakers. Anyone can check out the more than 400 exhibits that will be on display. Organizers are hoping young people will come out and see the opportunities aerospace can provide for them.
Some of our exhibitors are from local schools. So we have Colorado School of Mines, CU Boulder, Metro State. They all have different types of space programs. So it's evolved from just aerospace engineering and traditional engineering. There's space resources, there's bioastronautics, all kinds of opportunities for young people to see what the opportunities are.
Of course, we know the big names in Colorado like Ball Aerospace and Lockheed Martin, but over 80% of the industry is actually made up of small businesses, and they'll get a chance to show off their work to state lawmakers today. At the state capitol, Nicole Brady, Denver 7.
Also today at the state capitol, the House could take a final vote on a bill to make it easier for minors to run side businesses without a license. Legislation was filed after police received a complaint and were forced to shut down a kid's lemonade stand in Stapleton. The Senate already unanimously voted in favor of the bill, so the next step would be the governor's office. Tomorrow, the full Colorado Senate discusses a controversial oil and gas bill for the first time. We've gone 360 on this bill before in what some lawmakers say would be the most sweeping reform of oil and gas regulations in our state's history. The bill has already passed several state Senate committees. Essentially, it would give more power to local communities to make decisions on where oil and gas companies can drill. Right now, that power is in the hands of the state. Presidential hopeful and former Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper is in full-on campaign mode now. He spent Friday and Saturday in Iowa before heading to the South by Southwest Festival in Austin, Texas yesterday. Hickenlooper was one of several 2020 candidates to appear at South by, and during an interview, he talked about giving states the right to decriminalize drugs.
I think that criminalizing drug use has not worked, the war on drugs. Perhaps the major consequence has been millions of young people, generally from communities of color, from lower income communities, have not only gone to prison, but they've been made felons.
During his time at South by Southwest, Hickenlooper also talked about the dysfunction in Washington, his passion for craft beer, and even the renaming of Mile High Stadium. This week, we expect numbers of the union representing thousands of King Soopers and city market workers statewide to vote on a possible strike. Contract negotiations between union workers and King Soopers fell apart Thursday, leading us to this point. We spotted this sign outside of the King Soopers along East Hampden in Denver. It says they're looking for temporary workers in case of a strike. It could also be some time before that happens. The union still has to vote, and that could bring King Soopers back to the negotiation table. On Friday, the company said in a statement the union has misrepresented the facts. King Soopers says it has made its team available to continue negotiations. Also tomorrow, we'll get our latest update on the flu season here in Colorado, and there's reason to believe there will be another spike in numbers. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says flu season hasn't peaked yet, and a second wave of severe infections is hitting several states, including Colorado. The latest report, released March 2nd, found as many as 26.3 million flu illnesses. However, hospitalization rates are a lot lower than last flu season. The CDC says even though it's late in the season, it still recommends everyone get vaccinated. Today, the city of Golden discusses the future of the old Heritage Square amusement park, though we don't expect any final decisions just yet. A quarry company wants to give the land to Jefferson County in exchange for a 60-acre plot south of the quarry. That land is part of the Matthews Winters Open Space Park, but it doesn't have any trails on it, and it's closed to the public. A final decision is still months away. And today, the mountain city of Black Hawk is celebrating its 155th birthday. On this date, back in 1864, the gold mining hotspot was officially incorporated. The city helped fuel Denver's growth in the 1870s with a railroad bringing gold out of the mountains into the city to fund expansion. Nowadays, the city is mostly known for its many casinos. Voters allowed limited stakes gambling back in 1990, and the industry contributes more than $100 million in annual taxes to the state now. 85% of all gaming revenue in Colorado happens in Black Hawk. This has been your Denver 7 on-demand update. Thanks for joining us here. Check back here later today for another update, and you can always download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great day.